In the next 10 minutes, you will learn how to apply an easy lived-in dimensional face frame application. We start the application in the front hairline using lightener and 10 volume peroxide. Taking fine weaves following her hairline, applying lightener to the root color only. We continue to take finely weaved sections, leaving the smallest amount of hair out in between each foil, working up until we reach above the ear. To place your foil, we elevate our section straight up before placing our foil, using my middle finger and the tension of the hair to secure the foil in place. I paint the product away from the root first and then complete the root coverage before closing the foil. Double folding to tightly secure. We continue to take fine clean sections, weaving all the way up until we reach above the ear, where we're going to connect from the recession down to the mastoid process, connecting the face frame from the front hairline into the corner behind the ear. Now we take our section from the recession all the way down to the mastoid process, incorporating the front hairline and back corner into the face frame. My weaves are slightly larger and I am now placing my foil slightly further apart. This starts to introduce more depth and dimension. Blending the bright hairline into the base color. Depending on the thickness of hair and also the existing buildup of blonde already in the hair will determine how many foils I will place. Because this is a quarter head of foils and she has a lot of blonde build up, I will connect her roots into the existing color with 2 weaved highlights, ensuring I covered the hairline, so when she wears her hair up, you can see the connection. If you are working with a half head, 3/4 head or full head, you could continue the same process, pivoting and working up around the head shape, working up towards the crown and the center parting section. This is my go-to foiling technique when I don't want to overfoil the hair. I'm finding a lot of blondes are being taken back to being more dimensional these days, incorporating more of their natural tone whilst having the impact of still being a blonde but being more low maintenance. We now connect the fringe into the face frame following the hairline. I am now using lightener and 10 volume to protect the hair in this zone, as it tends to be more fragile. I continue to pivot my foils diagonal back, maintaining brightness in the front hairline while slowly increasing dimension behind the front hairline. This will make the face frame pop. We continue this process until we get to the top of the curvature of the skull, so at the top of the fringe zone. I don't count how many foils I do on either side, I just do the right amount of density for each side, as each side of the head will have a different density in hair. This will ensure you get the most even face frame as possible. For more impact, you could work with back-to-back slices right on the hairline to create a more Scandi pop in your face frame, and then start to weave to incorporate more dimension, working back up to the top of your fringe zone. Let me know in the comments below if your clientele is moving towards being more lived in and dimensional and low maintenance with their blonde applications. I personally love that my clientele are coming less often for color because it makes it more fun and more of a transformation when I get to color their hair, and also their condition of their hair is just so much better. We now apply bleach and 20 volume in the crown zone, taking 3 weave sections through this zone, applying them all in the top inch of the crown to maximize coverage and impact. My client has requested a shadow root, almost the color of her natural base color, as she really loves to get longevity out of this application. So even though I'll be foiling right up to her root, we find with the grow out that this color just keeps serving as the tone is fading, and it keeps on transforming into a really beautiful lived in blonde result for over the next 2 to 3 months. My first foil in the top zone is a fine slice. This will help to build up maximum blonde coverage, and then every future foil is weaved finer and finer until we complete the part line. Top tip: I mix my lightener to developer 1 to 1.5. For an example, 50 grams lightener to 75 grams developer. This will help to prevent bleeding, and it will also dramatically reduce the processing time. It's a game changer if you are running late, or perfect for resistant applications where your client's hair needs extra processing time. Some top tips in regards to being successful and foiling like a pro. First, make sure to create clean diagonal sections. This gives a softer blend. Now when you're placing the foils, weave fine sections of hair for a natural look, and make sure to keep the foils tight with even tension so they don't slip. When applying the color, feather it near the roots to avoid harsh lines. Keep an eye on the processing time, checking the foils regularly. If the hair is fine, go for smaller weaves, and if it's thick, use larger sections but still ensure full saturation. Finally, fold the foils neatly, keeping them tight to the scalp. And that's how you foil highlights like a pro. To see the end result, watch how I zone tone this color for more lived in dimension.